And I just launched it and I pushed it and I executed and I made everybody apply it. And then a couple of months later, I said, I'm sorry, guys, it was wrong. So what would you say is, what is the thing that you do to help small business? Let's talk about that. What are your focus on these days, Raffy?
For us, it's consulting. It evolved because, we've done, and we kind of have a big emphasis on software, and we that kind of ends up being where we end up helping, but it's not just doing software. It's actually, for us, about what are the policies and procedures that you have in your business, because behavior that somebody has, your staff, you as the owner, et cetera, is what leads to whatever outcome you have. It's those actions and activities that people are taking every single day. What are they doing that creates the outcome? If you don't like your outcome, we need to change something about the behavior. And so sometimes it's just getting it straight, meaning people have things that are very confused. It conflicts with each other. How do you handle this scenario? How do you handle that scenario? Not empowering their staff. And, for me, I did this all backwards before. That was the reason I actually ended up getting into it, is because I was just working more and more hours of the day. My approach was, well, I'm just going to work more hours. So I got to a point where I was working 20 hours a day, every day. About 9 years into the company, I used to bring my computer on dates. Think about that, a candlelit dinner and a laptop. It's not very romantic, And so for me, it flipped into, I need to actually empower my staff to do that. I need to actually put people in a position that they can get their jobs done. And I'm not going to build a large organization on my back.
You can't do it all yourself.
You can't.
It's impossible.
So, then it shifted into really helping other people do that and do the same thing. And we actually did an entire rebranding, because we had several different kind of business lines, services that we offered under different brands. And we did a whole rebranding to really just communicate it's consulting. So for us, it's all about goals achieved. That's the simplicity. So what is somebody trying to accomplish? And we help identify what are the stops and roadblocks in the way of accomplishing that. And then we dive in and do it. It does happen to be that there's a lot of it that actually, revolves around helping them straighten out software and those tools. But policies and procedures are first in that. Even on a software side, some people get really tied up in their tools. You've seen it on marketing. People get really into the tool, and then they don't realize that it's more about what you do with the tool. A great example is AGM gets really good results for your clients. Well, somebody else has access to the same set of tools you do. Why don't they get results?
Yeah. It's always like it's the ability of the person utilizing the tool. It's like a basketball, right? Like the example of if LeBron James catches a basketball and I have a ball, like
same ball,
the same exact
hoop,
ball,
same ball, same hoop,
same basket, same hoop, same court, same weather, same everything,
and he'll be dunking on you all day long.
I can get a score, right? Yeah. Like. It's a very logical analogy.
Yeah.
It's very simple, but it's so true. Yeah. It's sometimes I have gotten in my world of advertising a lot. Like they say, wait a second, I already tried Facebook ads and it didn't work. I already did a YouTube channel and it never took off. And it will say all these things, and my counter is always like, listen, but did you have a strategy in place? Did you know what you were doing? Did you have somebody with the intellectual knowledge to help it succeed? Yep. Because a platform is just a platform. Now, the person utilizing the platform changes the equation entirely, right? So same thing with you, right? Like as a consultant, I'm going to use this moment right here to talk about, I've learned a lot of things from you over the years, especially as being friends and also attending your seminars and everything, right? Like, so many things I can talk about, but you know what is the greatest thing that I got from you that I've implemented it, right? And I'm even talking about it like as if I come up with the concept, I'm stealing it.
Yeah, go for it.
Not really, not really. No.
You do it, man.
I give you credit. I like to give credit where it's due. But here's the greatest thing that I learned from Raffy, all right? And maybe you learn it from somebody else. Maybe you can give credit to whoever taught you this concept. But recently you were helping us with a project and we have been growing like crazy. There's a lot of things that we've been doing right. Along the way, there's a lot of things that have been done wrong. And I cannot even tell you how many times I knew that something was the right way to do it. And I just launched it and I pushed it and I executed and I made everybody apply it. And then a couple of months later, I said, I'm sorry, guys, it was wrong. We're going to swap it. We're going to change it. In the end, it's about making sure that the actions that you do are mostly right, because some of them are going to be wrong, right? Now, at this point, what do we have? AGM Marketing, it's one of the fastest growing marketing companies in the country. We got over 100 staff. We service a lot of incredible people, some of the brightest minds out there. Sometimes I have to pinch myself and be like, wow, am I really servicing these guys? It's amazing. I build my own brand and we have incredible growth that I could have only dreamed about, and all those things are going on. But there's a certain level that I will not be able to cross unless one thing is accomplished. And this is what I learned from Raffy. And it was something that he called a one truth. You remember that, Raffy?
Yep.
So when you talked about the one truth, and we can expand on that a little bit more, it's something that is applicable to all of you guys listening to this, watching this, no matter what that is. You will not be able to grow until you accomplish this thing called a one truth, right? And I can tell you very simply what I got from it. A one truth is that systems don't depend on you. They are in a structure. And they are the same thing for everybody. Because even myself, I break those one truths all the time because I'm the boss. Being the CEO, I just say what I want to get done, and it has to get done, and it's the way it is. But that doesn't give you a system to scale. So one of the main problems that I had at AGM that I'm working on fixing is that we don't have a one way of doing things across the board. And somebody delivering service for an account has a certain way of reporting results. And somebody delivering creatives for an account has a certain way of delivering those creatives or creating them. And somebody running some advertising has a certain way of creating a campaign. So we have all these ways of doing things that make it literally impossible for you to be able to scale past a certain point. And you kind of start breaking. So when I realized that, talking to you, Raffy, again, this is from Raffy's consulting help, I said, okay, this is what we're going to do. Because otherwise I'm going to be stuck running this particular organization, not being able to focus on the things that are going to help us grow. If you're enjoying this content, please go ahead and subscribe. Help me comment below and let me know if you have any questions about marketing. And I'm on a mission to help as many of you as possible conquer the marketing world. So help me out. Subscribe, hit that button, hit that bell, get notified. Go ahead and subscribe right now.